Hey, what's going on, guys? Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hmm. Pray everything is well. Yes, I'm rocking my old school. Well, it's new, but it's my old school Braven fisherman's cap. Um, I put the pictures up earlier. If you want to support and purchase one, you can. But no, I wanted to come on. I'm in the midst of doing some progress reports, which I hate, but it is a necessary evil. You don't do the progress reports, you don't get paid. And I appreciate the feedback on my younger me pictures. And it's funny because that's what prompted me to get on today. So let me do this the right way. First of all, good evening. I'm Keith K.L. Belvin, crisis specialist, author, educator, and I wanted to have a moment of transparency because you know I do try to help everyone that I can with what I have, what I do, what I know. And I do that by being transparent. I am far from perfect. I am I try to be a good guy now, but I wasn't always that. I talk about that. And I think for me, the thing that is important or the thing that is big is when I look at those pictures, right? And you're talking about 1985, 1986. We were on our way to Syracuse to a bowling tournament. I think the one laying on the couch, y'all know what that was, or what that was going to be. Um, the picture of me standing there with my hands out. But what pictures don't tell you, they can show you can shape pictures anything the way you want. But I think for me, and the reason when I look back at pictures and what I wrote is that I don't look back and want to go back to being that guy. One, because you can't. Two, everybody wants to go back and wish that they could go back with their brain that they have now to go back and tell their younger self some things. I've even written about it. I think it's in one of my stories or one of I've even written a whole piece on what I would go back and tell my 18-year-old self. I wrote a story about it. I'm a writer. I do that. But here's the truth. I don't want to go back because one, you can't guarantee that when you go back and have that conversation with that young man, that everything else is going to kind of come to fruition. It doesn't. The minute you start to speak to your younger self, you have no idea where things are going to go. So why play that game with yourself? But here's what I do when I look back at those pictures. I use it as motivation to not make his mistakes. I use it as motivation to not allow the pain that that young man caused to continue to hurt myself, and I use it as motivation to try to fix the pain that men like that young man has caused women. That was a very dangerous young man that you see in those pictures. Don't let the smile fool you. Don't let the grin and the cheerfulness fool you. That was a young, hurt, out of control young man who thought he was cool, who was a master manipulator, who was spoiled, who had no male role model to guide him, and he was like a heat seeking missile. And you know what he was targeting. And when you have nothing but women around you who are hurt by men like him, when they're talking to each other, they don't realize that he's sitting right there listening. And he's absorbing all of that. And in that, he's not absorbing it to the better. He's absorbing it to figure out how to use it later on. See, hurt people hurt people. And two hurt people can't fix each other. Somebody has to step out of the circle and go get help. My mother and grandmother were damaged by men that looked just like that young man. So how are they going to help get me to become a better young man when they haven't seen that many? You got to understand that generational curses are not just male through male, female through female. Some generational curses are family to member to family member to family member. And so when I look at those pictures, I get a flood of memories, positive and negative. I remember the good moments, the bad moments. I remember the moments that I should have did some things, but I didn't. Moments that I was scared to talk and I didn't. Moments that I accomplished some things. And then I leave it alone. Because if you get caught up in the past, you become blinded to your present, which in turn obliterates your future. And I don't know who needs to hear this tonight or whenever you're going to listen to this. All you have is right now. All you have. I started off last Monday, learning that a dude that I shared the bowling alleys with is no longer here. I find out yesterday a very good friend of mine is laying in a hospital. He has some issues, possibly with his heart. So I'm worried that he's not going to be here. And we talked, and I'm so glad that we shared a couple of moments. And when I start thinking of all the people that's not here or not in the best place possible, why would I focus on the past and something that I can't change? So what I do, and I do this in my counseling, sessions, I say this to the people that I'm counseling. We are going to go back into the past and get information, but we're not going to go back into the past to get emotion. Hey, Loretta. Hey, LOW. Hey, Danielle. What are you sorry about, Danielle? Don't be sorry. No, don't be sorry. We live life to make mistakes. We live life to be happy, and we're going to live life to be sad. The thing that we cannot do is allow ourselves to get so caught into one or the other that we become blinded to both. Meaning, enjoy it while it's great. Rock out when it's good. Try to extend the good as long as you can. But when the coin flips, don't lose your mind. Hunker down. Figure out how long this storm will be. Brave through it. Get help when you need it. Do not think that you are all alone. See, when I look at those pictures, that young man was alone. You know why? Because he chose to be. He made it so much about him that he didn't let people in. And I'll give you an example, right? And anybody watching this video, I'm gonna be fully transparent. Anybody watching this video who really knew me, knew that I was a very soft and sensitive dude on the inside. But I never showed that in public. Never. Only a handful of women ever got to see that dude, and only a few of my dudes ever got to saw that dude. The rest of the world knew this brash, arrogant, strong, leader, all those things. But inside, it was often a way to hide the things that he was scared of. I was scared of failing, so I failed. I was scared of how some people may perceive me, so I stayed away from certain things. I was scared of success in some cases, so I didn't do enough work. I was scared of being alone, so I would always manipulate the situation, so I was the center of attention. I was scared of underperforming in the bedroom, so I always would try to take it way past lengths that it needed to be taken care of because I did not want a woman out here talking about me sexually. And these are the things that a lot of young men go through, but they don't talk about. That's the reason why I became an educator. I know the damage that can happen when there's no dad. I didn't have one for 39 years, but I'm 54. So I had to fix that. It took me 39 years for my dad and I to finally connect. And the last 15 years have been good. But I know the damage of not having a father. And here's the crazy part. When you don't know, when you don't understand what you are, you go out and recreate the very monster that you are. So what did I do? My father had a bunch of children and he wasn't there for his children. What do you think I became? And I live with that. My oldest, my second oldest, don't talk to me. I've apologized. I've left the door open, but I can't force them. Nor do I try. I've said I'm sorry for what I did when I was younger. But they got to work their way through their pain. And if they decide that they want their father, so be it. And if they don't, I'll live with it. And if you want to meet my children, just go to YouTube, my YouTube channel, Keith K.L. Belvin. Look up the Old Head versus Young Head series. You'll see me talking to all of my children. I don't hide anything. I don't have nothing to hide. I've made a lot of mistakes, but I've done a lot of good things too. And God will be the deciding factor if I did enough. And I came on tonight because I was sitting here and I was looking at those pictures and I realized that young man has so much going for himself. He just didn't know what to do with it. So hence, this older man has so much going on for himself. But I have an idea what I want to do. Now what I pray for is time, the very thing I gave away. See, when you get older, now you young folks, listen to me now. And some of the old heads, if you want to get a little closer to your phone or your computer, listen to me. When you mature, so do your prayers. As you mature, your focus changes. So your prayers change. What I pray for now is clarity and time. God, grant me the clarity so I can understand what it is that you want, and grant me time to put it into place. And I feel if I have those two things, I can become all the things that God wants me to become. Because I spent 37 years doing whatever the hell I wanted. How'd that work out? Now, here's the crazy part, right? Y'all see the plaques on the wall back there. Some people would say I'm very successful. Am I? Okay, I got 4 college degrees. Okay, I got 2 businesses. And I make a pretty good, decent amount of money. Is that success? Is it? See, that's the trick. You are only as successful as you feel, not what you've accomplished. Hey, Yolanda, how we doing tonight, darling? You are only as successful as you feel. And I say that because as a therapist, do you know how many people I've talked to that when I remind them of the quality things that they've done or who they are, they fight me. They fight me. Some of them do. And they go, no, I hear what you're saying, but I'm not. And my job is to hold fast and don't get sucked into that depressive state. And my job is to be that rock, to pull them out of that dark place, to help them stand on their own 2 feet, to be able to see that they are successful, but more importantly, to get them to start feeling that they're successful. So a lot of times when people call me successful, I accept it. I take the compliment. That's nothing too. Don't turn away compliments. Even if you're feeling like crap. A compliment is a gift. If it's coming from the right person, no, let me take that back. If it's coming from a person who wants to offer it, it's a gift. The person doesn't have to say anything to you. So if a person compliments you, even if you're feeling like crap, say thank you. Because that's what they feel. You can go back to being bitter if you like afterwards. So when people say I'm successful, Okay, I don't knock it. Do I always feel successful? No. Do I allow that to fester? Nope. Because somebody needs me to be me. Yeah, let me say that again. Somebody in the world needs me to be all of me. So I don't have time, again, time, to sit around and mope about whatever I did not do. It gains me nothing and hurts the people waiting on me to be more of me. Now, what does that have to do with you as you listen to me? Well, understand this. Understand this, and please do. You were created to help somebody in this world with all your flaws, with anything that's wrong, whatever shape of body that you have. You were designed that in being the better you actually help somebody be a better them. And I know some of you are listening to that and go, he crazy. No, I don't. Not me. Look how God made me. Look what God has done to me. Look at what has happened to me. Look how people have treated me. Look at the pain and suffering that I've gone through. I'm sorry. But you're still here. And if you're still here, then there's more greatness to come. Even if you've been through crap. You know why? Because there's a lot of brothers and sisters no longer here who no longer get the opportunity to better themselves. That's the gift that many of us miss. Any of you that talk to me on a regular basis, when you ask me, how am I doing? I'll say, I'm good. I woke up this morning. And I mean that. I say that all the time. Because the one thing I do know is that all of us will reach a point when we don't. All of us will reach a point that we don't wake up on this side. So you don't have time to allow whatever happened to continue to happen after it happened. Now let me just walk you through that. You don't have time to go backwards and complain, worry, get concerned, get negative about what has already happened, and then bring that pain forward. And then allow the pain to act on today's time when it happened years ago, days ago, weeks ago, months ago. You are blocking your blessing. Because that space is supposed to be occupied with a forward mentality of, I'm going to go get, even if I don't have nothing. This is why I posted those pictures. Also, shout out to LRW who is here. Where's she at? There she go. Hey, Loretta. Loretta posted a picture of herself when she was younger, and that prompted me to respond and post a picture of myself. That got me thinking, so I made the post. So shout out to LRW. Outstanding author, by the way. Check out Loretta Walls right down there. She's in the chat right now. But go to her page. Check out her books if you have not. And if you have not read any of her books, check her out. You're going to love what you read. And she's a fantastic person. And anytime you can support a fantastic person, do so. And I got on tonight because I know somebody right now will look at my pictures and go, oh my God, he was handsome. No. I'm still handsome. Don't get it twisted. Some of y'all will look at those pictures and go, oh my God, you were so slim. Yeah, I was. And then me and food became very intimate. Ooh. I was a lot of things. But what you won't see in those pictures is evil. I hid that very well. Most people do. Especially here on social media. Most people hide the evil that they are and the evil that they faced. They will put up the good pictures, and every now and then they'll just put up a picture of themselves feeling like trash or even do a video of them crying, but you don't see those that often. For the most part, they're going to try to shape what you see to make you feel good about them, often because they're hiding what they don't want you to see. My job as a counselor is to go right to the thing that they're hiding, and let's work on that. Let's put that fire out, or let's find you and help you come to the light. I equate it to this. Let me share this before I get ready to get off here. Here's how I look at my counseling, right? Oh, no problem, Loretta. I appreciate you as well. And you guys, make sure you go. And when you go by LR, and her name is Loretta R. Walls, but we call her LRW. When you go by LRW's page, tell her that Big Keith sent you. But let me give you this, and this is something that I go by when I'm counseling, right? To me, it's like a person is in a cave with a candle, and the candle is out, and they're holding this candle in the dark, and they're emotional, and they're feeling some type of way inside this dark hole. My job as the counselor, as the therapist, as whatever you want to call me, whatever title you want to give me, specialist, counselor, therapist, whatever. My job is to take my candle, climb down into that dark hole, and get you to not freak out and try to snatch my candle to get out, but to get you to understand that if you just take a couple of minutes with me, my candle can reignite your candle. That's the first thing. Now, once I can get your candle lit, the second part of what I do as a counselor, therapist, whatever, is to be able to help you come out of that hole with your own candle, get to the top, and then show you how to keep that candle lit. Because I won't always be there initially to reignite it. Now, I'll be there when you call me if I can, God willing. But my job is to show you, one, how to keep that candle lit. So if you're ever back in that hole, you will have a way to be able to see your way back out. That's what I see when I'm counseling. Now, I can't become this if I'm stuck on what that young man used to be. Is that young man still in here? Yes, of course. His memories are, not his motivation. Let me say that again. All right? Because I want you to understand this. Thank you, LRW. That man in those pictures, all of those pictures, that very devious sexual being is still here. But he doesn't get to drive the car. He's in the car. And he's forever waiting to get his hands on the wheels if I was to let him. But he doesn't. The mature me, the gray me, the mature, educated man has the wheel. Now, do I fight with that young beast? Sometimes. Does that young beast send messages that says, hey, maybe we should? Yep. Have I ever actually given into the thoughts of what that young man has suggested? Yep. Have I gotten myself in trouble sometimes listening to the things that that young man has suggested? Yep. But here's my secret sauce. And you have the same sauce, so please pay attention. If you're taking notes, fine, take notes. I have a wife. I have friends. I have the Lord. So I surrounded myself with enough people and enough focus that when that mindset of that youngster starts to try to leap forward, I have anchors. I have other candle bearers. So my hole doesn't get dark. It gets dim sometimes, but it doesn't get dark because I'm not scared to say, help me. I'm not scared to go to my wife, to God, or to my friends and go, my candle's a little dim right now, guys. And here's even better. Here's an extra bonus caveat. I have a lot of people here on social media who have never met me, but love what I present and what they've come to learn about me, who will gladly, at the drop of a dime, push their candle out in front and say, yo, use mine, KL. Thank you. You know why? Because I push my candle out in front of them as well. Now, if you're not using social media that way, I get it. I understand. Because I know not everybody thinks the way I do. If social media doesn't present that to you, or you sit down and go, I wish my social media was like that, it can be. or if you feel that you're just in that dark hole and can't come out of it, I'm here. I offer every day. In every post, I say, if you're ready to talk, I'm here. My tagline, hashtag, we can fix this. I didn't say you could fix this. I didn't say I could fix this. My hashtag is we can fix this. We. There is no we without you and me and whoever else comes along for the party. So if you're sitting in the darkness with a spent candle, complaining about the darkness, crying about the darkness, hurting because of the darkness, take advantage when somebody says, do you need some help? Reach out when somebody says, if you need somebody to talk to, reach out. Listen to me when I say your church can help you. And if your church isn't, reach out. I'll come talk to the members of your church. That's how I override that young man that you see in those pictures. Because if I ever gave in to who that young man was in today's world, I would destroy so many people and myself, it wouldn't be funny. Would not. And many of you watching this understand exactly what I'm talking about. You keep that other person chained up because you remember what you used to be. Now here's something I got to be very real and very frank about. Some of you looking at this video currently, right now, are that young man in those photos. You are exactly what he was. That's what you are right now. But you hide it. And you don't let other people see it until you got them in position to get what you want from them. Some of you are that young man because you're wallowing in your pain to such a degree that every time somebody asks you, how you doing? You lie and say, I'm all right. I'm good. It's okay. And you dig your hole deeper. And you bury your candle deeper. So even when someone shows up with a candle, a brand new one that says, all I need is the holder. Here, I'll give you this candle. You can't even reach your candle. I know. I've been there. It's why I'm a crisis specialist. I didn't just pick that name. I didn't just pick that career. I am the person that people call when they're hurting. I am the person that people reach out to when they don't know what to do. And the reason why I'm able to be here to do that, because I wrestled with my own demons and God won. Let me say that again because I want you to understand it. I wrestled with my own demons and God won. But understand, the demons don't go anywhere. They just don't get to drive the car. They just don't get to dictate what I do. But they're always present. There is always going to be evil around you. You just have to fight it and not give in to it. Yeah, there's going to be people that let you down. Somebody watching this right now is dealing with the pain of somebody who did not turn out to be who they claim to be. Somebody watching me right now is feeling the pain of loving somebody and the love not coming back. Somebody watching me right now is feeling the pain of somebody saying, no, I really like you, but they only wanted sex from you. Somebody watching me right now is dealing with the fact that somebody decided that they wanted to introduce somebody else to the relationship, but they didn't tell you. And somebody watching me right now is fearful that they don't have that many days left on this planet. Now, if any of those things are you, why are you fighting that alone? Why don't you reach out and let's talk? Why don't you start making a commitment of getting some help? If you have one pair of very fancy shoes in your closet, you had enough money to pay for 1 or 2 counseling sessions probably. If you got very expensive clothes in your closet, you had more than enough money for a counseling session. And if You have a church. You give me enough information, I can help your church support you getting the help that you need emotionally. Yep, I do that too. I explain to churches why they should help you. Oh, I don't come alone. I don't come to the table alone. You might deal with me alone, but I come with God. I come with friends. I come with knowledge. I come with experience. And I come with a focused mindset. Because God gave me that. Because I asked for it. But I had to apologize for being that man in the pictures first. And it wasn't easy. Because I have to live with his mistakes. And I'm okay with it. And if you can learn to live with yours, we can get you out that hole that you're in. So as I get ready to close this out, I didn't plan on being that long. I got to finish up my progress reports, and I got work to do all week. Got a couple presentations coming up. I want to say this to anybody watching this. Now is the time to like this, share this. And when you share it, do me a favor, right? Please listen to me. When you share this, don't just share it. Share it and tell somebody why you shared it. Ladies, because I work mostly with ladies. When you share this, tell the people why they should watch. Tell them. If you're emotional, tell them. If you're crying right now, tell them. If you're angry right now, tell them. Like this and then share this. And when you share it, just simply say, you know what? You need to listen to this man because he touched my spirit. Or I've known him for years, and Lord, if you knew what he was to what he is now, you should talk to him. But tell him. Don't just share it blindly. We got 9 million videos being passed every day. People see it, they look at the thumbnail, and they keep moving. They're going to say, who the crazy guy in the Fisher hat with the big head? I'm not watching that. And who's that little statue next to him? It looked just like him. It is. That's little Keith. Come here, little Keith. See? That's little Keith. Now, if you want to, I have 2 of these, actually. There's another one in the living room that doesn't have all this damage here. And I'm going to tell you why. There's a story behind this damage. You know that one of the times I got caught cheating, Tiff tried to break this because it looked like me. But she chipped off pieces, but she didn't break it. You know why we saved it? Because this always reminds us that even though Tiff was angry, it didn't break. Just like our relationship. Even though I screwed up, we didn't break. So this little Keith stays in my office. The other little Keith, the one that is not broken, is in the living room. It was the gift that Tiff gave me. Now I want to end with this, and I'm going to say this right now. I'm in the midst of doing From Gigolo to Jesus Part 2, basically. But this time, it's a book centered on 10 steps to personal growth and spiritual transformation. And I got to be very transparent, since that's the theme of this whole live. I am struggling with finishing it because I don't think anybody wants to actually read it. Yes, I am having, I don't even know what, it's not even writer's block. I am having doubts because the book in the course is supposed to drop April 1st. And I'm getting the stuff together, but lately I have been feeling like, who really wants to be bothered with that? And I can honestly say in the last couple weeks I've been really rearranging some things because I think I put some things into motion that are okay for other people, but I don't know how happy I am with it. But with the book, I love the cover. I love the idea, but I don't know who wants it. So if you're watching this and it's something that you think you would be interested in, tell me. And tell me why. Don't say, yeah, Keith, I would be interested in the book of the course. Nah, don't play with me. Tell me why. Because I'm really close to just scrapping the whole thing. I really am. I'm really close to scrapping a lot simply because I had to ask myself, am I doing it because I wanted to do it, or did people actually ask me for some of these things? And I'm not sure. But I'll keep moving forward, and I'll keep doing some positive things. So guys, listen, I want to say good night. I'm going to grab something to drink. I got some water here. Ugh, where's my water bottle? Y'all see my big gallon water bottle? Here it is right here. It's actually pretty cool. So try to drink a whole one a day. You see, it actually has nothing's impossible. Trust yourself. Keep chugging. Shoot for success. Never give up. Remember your goal. Hydrate yourself, and then you try to get to the bottom, and you start it all up again the next day. But I want to thank you. Thank you for sharing. Okay, I'm interested. Let's talk about it. Okay, sounds good. Yolanda, I'll reach out. Um, yeah, I have some of the subjects. It's 10 subjects on personal change in connection with 10 areas of spiritual change, and they're supposed to be connected. And the course is me actually teaching you what that looks like. But I've been doing little impromptu surveys to get an idea if it's something that women will want, and if men are interested. But my focus is women because that's who I work with. So definitely we'll reach out and talk, because I'm just trying to get a feel, because I am revamping a lot in my business and changing the direction. Finished the book. So see, I knew another author was going to get the foot to the booty. LRW is a published author of numerous times. Yes, finished the book. You're right. Do you touch on personality type? Um, that is a consideration. That is the consideration, but I didn't want to get too deep into the therapeutic part, because that would come up in some of the coursework to talk about different personality types, because you open up the door to a lot, and all of a sudden it can turn into a very extended therapy session. So I'm trying to keep it somewhat generic, just to give you some some meat. But if you want the full service, that would be the course. And then, of course, I'm going to create a private group where we could then meet on a regular to have those conversations, where then I could get into, say, lunch and learns, or just regular things where we can have that conversation. Oh, yes, can we talk soon? Yes, Danielle, I'll set something up with you soon. Simple assessment. Yes, I actually, one of the things that will be provided in the course is a DISK, a DISC assessment. And the DISC assessment is actually going to let you know what personality type you have. That's why I said I have that in place, because I use that in my therapeutic counseling now, is that I provide personality assessments, so I know what type of personality you are, and we go from there. So yes, I do that now in my counseling, and that will be one of the things that is offered in the course to everybody who joins the course. They will have that. It'll be free. You don't pay extra for it. And then this way you'll have that printout and everything. And then we have a whole breakdown session where I can go over that with you. And again, it becomes, that was my, great minds think alike. Great minds think alike. So yeah, I'm slowly putting it together. And I see you, LRW. You're right. The hesitation is confirmation to explore. Let's go. Yes, yes. But yes, I plan on having a very strong March to be ready for the April, supposed to be April 1st release. My promotions and everything is already in place, and I've started doing that. But I have struggled with getting it done, but I have been promoting. I have been talking about the book. I have been building the following. Actually, TikTok has been my greatest interaction in the last couple of months. I've actually gotten greater interaction on TikTok. I'm a big fan of Facebook. I like really being here, and I get a lot of quality interaction. TikTok is a whole weird universe to a degree, but I'm kind of finding my lane. It is really crazy over there. And I say over there because there's things going on TikTok I just have never seen on Facebook. So I'm trying to figure out where my social media platform is. It'll be here. I'm very comfortable here, and the people that I have here are very comfortable with me. So, but I'm here, and a lot of the clients that I serve are here. I do therapy differently than most folks. I know a lot of therapists who keep a distance from the people that they work with. I don't, because that's the Christian counselor in me. I make myself accessible simply because I follow the teachings of Jesus. Take it for anything that you want. Jesus made himself available to people, and he was the greatest therapist that ever lived. So for me to not make myself accessible to people because of therapeutic norms, well, I ain't never been one to follow the norms, even with my writing, my counseling, everything. But yeah, if that's something that you're interested in, please leave it in the chat and tell me why. That helps. Like, you guys just helped me. Danielle, you helped me. Yolanda, you helped me. LRW, you helped me tonight. You guys have helped me tonight. You know, I came on to talk about something, and y'all gave me some motivation. So, and I'm going to work on these progress reports. And I have, like I said, 2 presentations. I have to do a presentation for the ATF, because I have a contract with the ATF. I work with the federal government, and I present, I do presentations for them, and I do private counseling for ATF agents. And so I have a presentation the end of March, as well as I have clients that I see through the ATF. I work with 3 churches, one here in Delaware, one in Maryland, one in Alabama. And I have a presentation this Saturday at one of the churches. This Saturday, I just got to reconfirm. I just did a presentation for a company that's based in London, Wales, and here in the States, and for an African American West End. So I'm staying busy. But, you know, listen, sometimes I just don't feel like doing certain things. But I realize that people need me, so I keep pushing myself. But if anybody watching needs some help, you see how I put it out there and automatically, look, you see it right here in the chat. Shout out to LRW, Danielle, and Yolanda once again. You see, guys, if you put it out there, if you don't hide it, don't be scared to say you need help. Somebody will show up. I know it will seem bleak, but trust me, God will not leave you out there like that. And if you're not a believer in God, I understand. If you're like, I don't believe in none of that foolishness, still put it out there. Somebody will show up, whether you believe they were heavenly sent or not. All right, I'm going to get ready to go. I got work to do. Listen, I want you to have a wonderful, wonderful night. Remember to like, share, and don't just share to share. Share and tell people why they should come by and check me out. And I will gladly take care of them if they reach out. My discovery links is in my bio. You can just go to my bio, click on the link tree. The discovery link is there. You can fill out the questions, and we can set up a discovery call. I would love to talk to you, and I would love to see if what I offer, what I present, is what you need, and we can go from there. Don't be scared. Don't let money be the thing that stops you from reaching out. Thank you. I saw you shared. I appreciate it. I was actually going to say thank you before I left. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate the testimony. I appreciate you. LR, let me tell you something. Guys, please go by LRW's page. Go to Loretta R. Walls' page. Check out her books, and you will not be disappointed. She is an outstanding author. She travels all over. She is in demand, and I've known her for some years now, and she is a quality individual. Now, pre-COVID, she was she was out there doing her thing, speaking out when she was out walking. Now with COVID, I ain't mad at you if you ain't out there like that. But she is always sharing her insights, and trust me, she is definitely somebody to get close to. Kim, I love you too. I appreciate you. March 4th, Kim, this Friday. Me and Tiff are back on in the group. I have a group, Unapologetically Keep. It is a group where we hang out, we talk, we have regular conversations, and well, we used to be every Friday, but now, like once a month, we're going to get on live and have some conversation, have some fun. We'll be back on March 4th. If you're interested, just reach out and say, hey, Keith, I'd like to be invited to your group. Unapologetically Keith. It's time for me to add some new books to my collection. Yes, Yolanda, definitely reach out to Loretta because she has some great reads. Kim, if you're reading, check out Loretta Walls. She's the post right above you. Go to her page. All her information is there, and you can find all her books. And Loretta, if you want, please post a couple of your links here on the chat so people can. Come on, Kim. Don't be mad at me, Kim. Don't be mad at me. We're gonna have some fun. So, But yeah, Loretta, please post some of your links to either your website or to your books. Post them inside the chat, so if people want to find you, they can, because that is something that I'm very big on, and that is supporting others. And not, there we go, there she go, there we go. You click on her link, and definitely check out her work. Make sure that you purchase something. This sister is, she's real. She's real. It's not just a game. She's really that. And she's been a big supporter of mine, and I thank her for it, because she always mentions me when she says writers that you should check out, and I respect that. And I thank you. It's humbling too when somebody says you're somebody. Spell that last menace, please. What happened? Spell what last menace? What happened? What I do, Kim? I missed that. Spell what? What menace? Or was that a misspelled word? Help me out. But yeah, check out Loretta's link right there. Click on the link above. Something good to read. And again, I thank you. All right, let me get ready to get off and rock out for a couple hours. I'm gonna go to bed about 12:30, maybe 1 o'clock. I gotta knock out some of these progress reports and then finish up the rest. Oh, right there, bro. Loretta R. Walls, right there above you, Kim. Loretta, her post is right above your post, but I'll put it right here. So I just put it in as a reply to you, so you should be able to. There's her link, so you'll be able to check her out. And then she posted the link to her website. So if you're digging my old school Kango hat with my logo on it, I don't get on the camera unless something from my company is on it. I wear other people's stuff, but I wear my own too. And so I just got the Young King stuff for the young men too. So I'm about to probably do a campaign for the young men as well, because that's going pretty good. There you go, Kim. My young men's group is the policy comes from what? Hate speech? What is this? These policies come from what? I didn't put no hate speech up. What are you talking about? All right. Yeah, there you go, Loretta. Okay. It just said community standards. I'm like, I broke a community standard? What is that? Anyway. All right, let me jump off here. But yeah, I got my, and I got it in black too. I got it in blue, and I got it in black. And of course, I have my other polo shirts, and I have the dress shirts, and I have some hoodies. I have everything on my what's name. Actually, let me put my store link up so you can check it out as well. There we go. If you're interested, and we have some Champion stuff, some Nike stuff. Yes, I deal with companies that have it. Oh, what am I doing here? What's going on? Did I just? Oh, there we go. Yeah. Because this is the thing, guys. I am big on helping others do their thing. There you go. That's the link to my apparel. And if you want your version of my Kango, my old school hat, I've always listened. If you look at those pictures of when I was younger, you see back in the 80s, I was wearing wearing the Kango type hats. I just get a kick out of these old school hats. I'm an old school dude. That's what I am. I listen to old R&B and old hip hop, and I'm the cat that just kind of hangs out at the barbecue. That's what I do. So the link to the apparel is there. There's varsity jackets there. There's shirts. There's some women's shirts. There's a little bit of everything. And everything is either the company. Also, the Young Kings, my mentor program, the shirts are there as well. I'm probably going to do a campaign in another week or so to try to raise some money for the young men, because we're purchasing shirts for all the young men. But we're going to put it out there and see if anybody wants to help support. And I got a couple of shirts from the Young Kings program I'm probably going to give away. But we'll see what this is. But like I said, thank you. I need some bowling tips. Oh, Yolanda, let me tell you. Right above you, that young lady right there, Kim Long. She is one of the most outstanding bowlers I've ever known. But let me just warn you, Kim don't play. You coming down for some lessons? Okay, I can show you. But Kim's out in California. But if you ever want to have a conversation about bowling, she can tell you what to do. And if you just listen to her and go do it, you'll get better. Kim is no joke. And Kim don't be playing either. She's not, listen, she's not going to pat you on the back. She's going to kick you in the butt first and then tell you want some more and then kick you again. But you're going to get better. Me and Tiff went practicing yesterday, and we're going to practice some more this week. We got a big tournament coming up. Oh, size, okay. I use a size 14 now. I'm down to 14. I'll inbox you though. I use 14. Right now I'm using Motive and Storm equipment. I just went back to a Storm ball that I like, the dark code, and I got a couple of Motive pieces, but I think I'm gonna go back to Storm. And like Kim has said, practicing a minimum of 5 games, 4 to 5 days a week. I'm working on getting better at that, but definitely practicing this week. We got a tournament not this weekend, the following weekend in Virginia. So we're gonna go do our thing. Tiff has been working on her game and getting better because she's been struggling in these tournaments. She's been doing good in practice, but she's been struggling in the tournaments. Actually, I've been bowling pretty good in the tournaments, but now I'm dealing with this knee situation, and there's not a lot I can do with it. I actually have some KT tape on it now. Feels a little bit better, and I did bowl with my knee brace on. It was a little sore, but there's nothing I can do. The arthritis in the knee is what it is. I'm probably going to try to get a cortisone injection before the weekend that we go to bowl, but I can't get the knee replacement surgery right now. I got to get smaller. So I'm about 18 pounds down since my doctor said I needed to reverse the size that I am to get to a point to lower the risk when having the surgery. So I'm working on that. So right now I'll deal with the pain until I get to a size that I'm comfortable with and my doctor's comfortable with, and then we'll look to have the full knee replacement surgery then. But I can deal with the pain, but I just have to figure out what that looks like when bowling and be okay with it. All right, so I taught myself the other day how to put KT tape on the right way, and it feels great. And with my knee brace on, I got some extra support. Take a couple of leave before, I'll make it through. Okay, I have an old 14-pound hammer spike. I'm looking for a new ball, but I don't know what to get. Well, if you haven't bowled in a while, just use that. You don't have to go out and you might have to change the span or redo the holes and change the inserts. Because like anything else, you don't want to go out and buy anything until you have an idea of what you're doing and what you want to do. Because then you'll know exactly what type of ball to get. Your pro shop guy, you're still in Jersey, I believe. You can go to any of the local bowling alleys that have a pro shop, have a conversation with them, let them take a look at your bowling ball, clean the bowling ball up, then just go out and practice. And YouTube is fantastic. I'll give you another link of one of the sites that I use, that I am a member of. That actually, the nationalbowlingacademy.com. I am a member, and actually, don't join right away. Look for discounts. You can get it for like $3. They're gonna try to tell you it's like $69 a year. You ain't gotta pay that. I paid like $4 just now. Okay, you bowl in a women's league. Okay, there you go. Oh, okay, so there you go. So what you do is find a couple of ladies in the league and just see about going to practice with them. That's all. Just find a couple of young ladies in the league and say, hey, and never practice for score. Exactly, Kim. That was the other thing. That was what Tiff and I were working on the other day because we were moving Tiff up. She was too far back off the foul line, and so got her a little closer. And then we were watching some videos, and I was showing her where to place her opposite arm, that she was dropping it down, which was causing her to chicken wing. And once she started to correct that, she saw the ball roll a lot better. You're the youngest person in the league. That's okay. Listen, don't let age fool you. Kim has me by just a few years. She's a little older, but she will put her foot all up in my booty. And I have bowled against Kim. She is tough. You better bring your A+ game and 2 different hammers to try to fight with her because she ain't playing. But it's not about the age. It's about how well you know your equipment and what you're trying to do with it. And I have seen some older bowlers who will put to shame some of these younger folks, and they don't throw the ball as hard, and they don't hook the ball as much. It is all about understanding your equipment and understanding the lanes and being able to manipulate both. Do that, and you will always stay in the mix. But at that, the National Bowling Academy is great. There's a lot of great videos. Um, what you do in the league, check your pro shop guy. If your pro shop person is halfway decent, maybe they can watch you throw a game or a couple of shots, give you some pointers. So where are you bowling at? Which house, Yolanda? Because I'm all over Jersey, New York, and Delaware. Like we're heading up to Jersey. We're heading up to Perth Amboy March 26th for a tournament, a doubles tournament. Tiff is bowling here the 26th on the Air Force Base with a couple of people. I'll be up in Perth Amboy. March 11th, we're in Virginia, and then the 20th, we're here in Delaware. So we got at least 3 weekends. 3 weekends in. The Golden Girls put me to shame every. Lindenwold. I think I bowled at Lindenwold. I think I have bowled there. Don't worry about it. Listen, find a couple to practice with, and then go through it. And if anything, if they're good, they probably have been bowl practicing anyway. Just see if you can get in on it. Trust me. I'll be Mechanicsville. Hold on one second. I'll tell you in a second. LRW. It's going to be Mechanicsville. I know one of the bowling alleys is Mechanics. I know where our hotel is Mechanicsville. It's Mechanicsville, and where's the other one? Hold on a second. That's there we go. Let's see what we got going on here. I believe it's Mechanicsville, and I can't think of the other one because I know the hotel is it's closer to Mechanicsville. Oh yeah, okay, here it is. It's Mechanicsville and Glen Allen. So we're bowling at, okay, so it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There's events all 3 days. So Saturday morning, I'm bowling 9 o'clock at Mechanicsville. And then Sunday morning, me and Tiff are bowling Sunday morning at 9 o'clock at Mechanicsville, and Saturday morning, Mechanicsville. So we won't be at the Glen Allen bowling alley. Yeah, we won't be at the Glen Allen bowl. So I'll just be at Mechanicsville. And I know like 9 o'clock, and then I'm supposed to go have a meeting at Richmond after we finish bowling. But we'll be there Friday evening near Mechanicsville. Yeah, we'll be there Friday evening. Bowlers AMF, yes. Okay, okay. Which one? No, that's not Yogi. That's she's from Jersey, Kim. That's not Yogi, no. That's a different Yolanda Love. Okay. Bolero. Yeah, I think it's hold on, I just was looking at the it's yeah, Bolero Mechanicsville. That's where we'll be at. So we'll be at the Holiday Inn that evening. We're probably gonna leave here like 1, 2 o'clock. We got to figure out what time we can take KL out of school. So we'll head to Virginia Friday afternoon. So we should get there like 6, 7 o'clock Friday, and then Saturday morning bowling Saturday morning, and then we come back because I'm not bowling Saturday night, but I'll be at the bowling alley hanging out watching my team bowl Saturday night, and then the guys that are bowling Saturday night are bowling again Sunday morning. So Saturday night be great if you come by. Come by Saturday evening because the event is 8 o'clock, I believe, 8 o'clock. So we'll be sitting there hanging out 8 o'clock Friday night at Mechanicsville. Yeah, we'll be there. I'll be there hanging out. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So yeah, so we'll be there Friday evening, and then like I said, I bowl Saturday morning, and then I bowl again Sunday morning. Tiff is bowling Sunday morning, and should be there. Her and KL should be Friday night, but it all depends because the guys start at 8 o'clock. I don't know if I'm gonna keep KL out that late when we got to turn around and get up early in the morning. So Tiff and them might be back at the hotel. We'll see. So I'm supposed to have. I think we're probably gonna have a lunch with my business coach. I think Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock, whatever. But she'll be back in Mechanicsville like 3, 4 o'clock, whatever. Either way, I'll be around. Just hit me up. We'll definitely. I want to meet everybody. Say what's up. Whoever's close. And then Sunday morning, of course, if you want to come by after Sunday, Sunday morning we should be done by like 11 or 12. So I'll still be there before we head back to Delaware. So whichever day works. I'm always looking forward to meet folks I have not seen. It'd be great. Take some pictures. And that's it right there, guys. Listen, take advantage of your page, take advantage of the people around you, and it starts by just opening up and talking. Look at the chat. Look at what you're seeing right here in the chat. You're seeing people getting to know each other, getting to learn each other, and helping each other. This is what it is. And you don't have to stay in that dark place for too long. So, and I appreciate it. Listen, you got authors, you got bowling coaches, even though Kim don't coach as for a living, but she'll give you some great tips and pointers. So Yolanda, definitely, if you're in a league already, take a couple of the better bowlers and just ask them, hey, what days do you guys practice? And then make arrangements to do that. And then just start working on your game. Videos help too. It'll give you some insight of what to look at. And then if you need to, hire a coach to come work with you a couple of times And after a week or two of working with a coach, you're going to have some things that you need to work on. And then like anything else, just get out there and make it happen. We're going back to league bowling probably this summer because I want Tiff Bowling League because she doesn't practice enough. And I know I had a coach, he retired. Okay, got you. But you can always also look up gold level coaches in your area and see what coaches are certified in your area and grab one. That'll be easy. But go to your pro shop guy. Have a conversation with your pro shop guy. And he or she, I don't want to be sexist, they will have connections that can help you. And even, like I said, even the same thing with the ball. I try to tell people, don't just buy a bowling ball to buy it. Buy a bowling ball because you're creating a look that you want to see in your bag. The ball that I got now is actually a very good ball, and I have 2 other pieces that I know exactly what they do, and I'm getting rid of 2 pieces, and I'm about to add 2 pieces that and the spare ball was the best move I should have did a long time ago, but I got a new one, and it's been a game changer for me. It's just now dealing with the knee pain, so as long as I deal with that, we're gonna be okay. But this is what it is. All right, guys. So again, thank you, appreciate you, love you. Let me get to work. All right, and if anybody needs me, my links are in my bio. If you want to set up any type of counseling or anything like that, or just hit me in my inbox and just tell me that you want to talk. I'm here. All right, so I want you to have a good evening. Again, like this, share this, but don't just share it. Thank you, Loretta, for sharing it. Tell somebody why they need to check me out, because they will listen to you. Allow me to meet the people that know you, and I will take care of them. I will give them and treat them the same way I treat you. I do that for everybody, okay? Have a good night, guys. Listen, blessings, and may the Lord wake us all up in the morning, all right? Have a wonderful, wonderful night. God bless, guys.